question. The arrest that was made of Allu Arjun, do you think this was right, particularly when it comes to the security and safety of the people, protocols that need to be followed? The theatre management has written a letter to the Telangana police seeking stringent security in place on the 4th of December, and despite that, this incident has taken place. Now, I do not know what action was taken, or was this request fulfilled by the law and order agencies, and why is the police commissioner or the DCP or whosoever was supposed to be in charge of this has not been pulled up till now?
See, the whole issue primarily revolves around the fact whether the local police was communicated of this event or not, which everybody knows in South India that whenever the celebrities of this nature come for, there's a mob frenzy. So first, denied that there was any communication thereof. And later when this paper was when this letter was released yesterday, then it became very, very clear that they were communicated of this particular program 2 days in advance, that is on 2nd of December. Having said that, they communicated back saying that they have less of pulse or whatever. And DCP last evening, after the interim order bail, so at that particular point in time, there's a clarification from Hyderabad police that mostly what happens is after the letter is given, the organizers come and they discuss it out. Whatever may be the facts of the case, there is no denying the fact that they were communicated. And when I saw the videos of this particular incident, I also saw some police people there. And when Lathi charge happened, then also the police people were present there, or they indulged in Lathi charge. The fact of the matter is that reasonable arrangements were made. And the Hyderabad police claims that when this actor came, he did not come from a access which is outside of the people's access. So that added to the whole problem, and then he used the sunroof. He made people get more frenzy. So that is the whole thing all about. But connecting the crime to the criminal, in this case the suspect, the superstar, I think that is very, very nebulous, and it is very difficult to connect. And two sections which they have invoked. So one is 105, culpable homicide not amounting to murder. So which talks about an act which has intention, which has knowledge. It's very difficult to put that intention and knowledge, and it will only be in the legal proceedings that you will be able to finally come as to what was his criminal liability. At the maximum, it can be a vicarious liability, as we call in law, and a direct connect between Allu Arjun and this particular offense or accident or crime. I think that cannot be put as state it is made out to be.
Okay, all right. But can the police shrug off its duties and responsibilities of ensuring the safety of the people? And again, the question I ask is, how many of these police personnel were deployed? Why is information not being made public?
No, we don't know what is the total quantum of police force. I don't know how they evaluated it, total quantum of police force, or if the police force was sufficient enough to handle the crowd of that nature. And when Allu Arjun came into the theatre, and then he was there for around 2 hours, and police says that intimated that he should not be there for such a long time. Now, the crux of the question, as which you have laid out, is whether necessary arrangements and proper arrangements were made or not. And in case of an eventuality of a huge crowd coming there, whether the police was competent enough or they had made the proper arrangement to handle that sort of a situation. Ex post facto, in hindsight, straight away we can say that that situation, the nature which happened, I think that was not imagined. My understanding is that police tried from a normal course of events. They made bandobast arrangements for a normal sort of a crowd management. But this crowd swelled, number one. This crowd could not be controlled after the actor tried to get close to the crowd. And he came from the same exit or the same area where the crowd was there. And he continued to be there for around 2 hours.
Yeah, so then are we saying that it was the superstar's fault, the fact that his films are doing 1,000 crores of business, he is a sensation. So is this the moral responsibility of this individual, of this public figure? is then also shifting of blame that is being done by the police? Because there are concerts where hundreds and thousands of people gather to watch their stars, to watch their singers, pop sensations perform, and these are large scale events, and there is huge police deployment. Couldn't a similar deployment structure be ensured, keeping in mind that the popularity of a star such as Allu Arjun was something that was aware to all?
See, the nature of deployment which we were talking about, that nature of deployment did not happen. The preparatory meeting between the organizers and the police, that did not take place. So there was some amount of bandobast arrangements which were made, which was certainly not commensurate to the nature of the crowd and the nature of the management which was required, which led to this situation, and which was, I think, slightly aggravated by whatever happened after Allu Arjun came there.
Okay.
So it is primary responsibility of the police to ensure security. There is no denying. There is also that information was not available. That is not true. That is false. Information was available. Some amount of police presence was there. The DCP himself says that police presence was there, but was not enough to contain a situation of this nature.
Okay.
So this is where it stands.
Okay.
So criminality of Allu Arjun in the which was established by the Hyderabad police, that does not stand legally.
Okay, all right.